So the Peavey 6505MH, it is really cool amplifier, really nice size. I mean, here's a little banana for scale. I mean, yeah, pretty cool size, pretty decent size. Quite like that size of the head. I'm not going to talk too much of the tone because we all know the 6505 tone. It is quite iconic. This is, you know what, Fluff did a shootout. There's a link to his video. He did a shootout between this and the Bigger Brothers. Just go check out his video. I'll link it in the description and everything. So just check out that if you really want to see the differences between this and the Bigger Brothers. I'm happy with the sound, but there are a couple things that I need to complain about. And I'm sorry, Peavey. I am sorry, Tropical Music South Africa, who hooked me up with this. There are a couple things I need to gripe about. Number one is the speaker sim on this sounds like this. The speaker sim is horrible. I do not know. And I seriously, like, if somebody from Peavey could tell me, it would be great. How did that get off of the prototypes and the R&D line? I seriously do not understand. Now, somebody listened to that and thought that that cab sim sounds good. It sounds bad. Like, kind of somebody on the R&D line was like, hey guys, I made my first analog speaker sim, and they were like, oh cool, let's shove it in the 6505MH. No one's really gonna care, and I wouldn't care if they did one thing, a bypass switch. If they had a bypass switch, they could just bypass the emulation and I could run it XLR into my interface, into 2 notes wall of sound, which is amazing. I would be happy. I would really be happy and I would not moan, but they didn't do that. And yes, you can turn on the speaker defeat, which I'll get to in a minute, and run a line from the send into your interface and run third-party impulses there, or 2 notes wall of sound. That works, but you lose control and function of the power amp EQ, the presence and the resonance controls, which in my opinion is kind of like, that's like what gives the 6505 its magic. If you need more low end, boom, give the resonance, and more like a little bit of top end. The presence works well. So yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer. Number two, the speaker defeat switch is stupid. It is so small, you don't know if it's in or out, and I've made the mistake of taking this to a gig, and I was practicing the night before and I couldn't see on stage what was my issue. I was checking my pedal board, I was checking my cables, but all it was a speaker defeat switch was on, and if they had a light, that would be awesome. Like kind of like green, you got your speaker cabs going, red, your speaker cabs off. It would have been easy to identify, or do what Laney did on the Ironheart Studio. You unplug the speaker jack from your amplifier and the load box automatically kicks in. That is safer. It's going to lead to less mess ups if people just forget to turn around, they're jamming with headphones and all of a sudden, amp's dead. So those are two things that I think that Peavey should have thought through a bit better. And yeah, but anyways, I went with my Elaine Smith Xyrus guitar. Really awesome guitar. Really, really cool. With Seymour Duncan Classics, I believe, in the guitar. Into an Ibanez Tube Screamer. Look, this is like a 6505, like the Bigger Brothers. They get a bit flubby, and if you want tight, you need one of these, okay? It's fairly common in metal and modern metal to use a Tube Screamer to kind of kick an amp and tighten it up a little bit, so get yourself one of these if you don't have one already, a Tube Screamer or many of the other Tube Screamer type clones that are out there. There's like a billion. Yeah, so thank you so much guys for watching. That's my honest review of the Peavey 6505 MH head. Thank you very much guys. If you like what you see, please subscribe. Cheers guys. Bye bye.